Good evening to all. I would request the students to inform their fellow friends and peers to join in quickly so that we would be starting the session at 7:10. A very good evening to all those who have joined in for today's session, 30 hours of student development program on business intelligence. We would be starting the session shortly. I would request all the students to inform their fellow friends, and I would request the faculty's principal to inform their students to join in quickly so that we would be starting the session shortly. Very good evening to all the guests from esteemed institutions who have joined in. Kindly allow us another minute as we are expecting another guest to join us, and we would be starting in a minute. This would be a final call for all the students to inform their friends to join in quickly as we would be starting the session now. A warm welcome to all the dignitaries from esteemed institutions who have collaborated today for our 30 hours of student development program on business intelligence using advanced Excel and Power BI. Starting today, 27th Jan 2026, session timings are from 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. and every day it is 2 hours for the next 15 days. I would request all the participants to regularly attend and fill their attendance and feedback for every session, failing which the learners will not be able to receive the certificate. So it is my request that all the participants who join in regularly to give their attendance and their feedback. So let me quickly give XLR introduction about XLR. XLR started in 2013, founded and has its 8 branches in 5 cities by IIM ISB alumni Mr. Ram Tawa, headquartered in USA, Houston, and has so far trained 8 lakh plus students and professionals. So we cater to the requirements of individuals, institutions, and industries. And we what sets us apart is our strong um, association with iHub Divya Sampark, SkillUp APSSDC, AppShe, TAS, KMDC, IIT Madras Pravartak, IIT Roorkee, BITS Pilani, and we have our courses on the NASCOM and Swayam Plus platform. We have also recently signed in collaborations with having association with BFSI and ESSDI. So we have been constantly being recognized by multiple platforms like Deloitte, Silicon India, Analytics India for our exemplary training. And through our decade of training excellence, we have trained so far 80,000 plus faculties, 8 lakh plus students through our student development program, conducted constantly webinars, seminars, and workshops close to 1,000 plus, and technical training programs. All of these are on the learning management system tool, close to 40 plus technical courses, having 2,000 plus academy partners with 5,000 plus placement partners. This, in short, are so far registrations for our student development program, which has a mix of engineering, degree, and others, close to 8 lakh plus, and faculties, close to 80,000, having again engineering, degree, and others. So for today's program, we have 4,000 plus registrations across Pan India, and we have Maharashtra, Karnataka, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh, Tamil Nadu, and Uttar Pradesh being the highest. So, what is our everyday learning? Through our everyday learning, we connect to the colleges to support the students and faculties through application oriented training and hands on training on the trending technologies. And also, these training programs support the colleges to get their NAC and NBA requirements. All that the learner has to do is register in the given link and attend the classes regularly, fill their attendance and feedback, and take the certificate. So for the colleges, we not only do the student development program and the faculty development program. In addition to it, we do a lot of industry webinar, sign the industry MOU, conduct customized training programs to faculties, and all of these happen through the learning management system tool and do a lot of professional training. And when I mention about the LMS, it is more we have the assignments, assessments, and the SAE papers, which is helpful for the learners to prepare themselves for the job interview. So that's how our LMS would look like with all the upcoming new and the past events of the training program, which a learner will be able to view it. And this, in short, it is like the so far journey of our student development program, close to 65 plus, and having constantly participating colleges are 1,600 plus, trained are 8 lakh plus students. These are the most popular program that is on repeated requirement from the college. It is being asked for, and we have the maximum registrations for these, like DSA, ChatGPT, Advanced Excel, Salesforce, mobile app development, Python programming, tracking, coding interview, full stack development. There are only few which we have populated here. Similarly, FDPs, so far we have conducted our 45 plus and constantly participating colleges are 1,519, close to 80,000 plus faculties trained. Most popular programs under this are AI, Gen AI, deep learning, digital marketing, data analytics, cybersecurity, NLP, and data analytics using Tableau. A learner who constantly attends the training program will be awarded with the certificate of participation. As given above, you have the student certificate and the faculty certificate to the right bottom. So these are some of the certificates which we had issued in our past training programs to the students. And not only these are our recent engagements at the premier institution, IIT Roorkee, where the research scholars, faculties, and the students were trained on data analytics using Minitab. And this is at BITS Pilani, Hyderabad, training to the students on Power BI and machine learning. Skill Up Final Year Program. This is completely an XLR initiative to support the final year engineering students to prepare for their job interview. So, on those lines, 240 plus hours of campus recruitment training with placement assistance, which was coined out by XLR to support the final year engineering students, wherein we had 50,000 plus registrations for these. And it is a 5 subject module where coding skills, quantitative aptitude, logical reasoning, verbal ability, soft skills, tips and techniques to ace the job interview. All of these were done. And the learners who enrolled again and again, they were able to use these with the STIA papers of top premier companies like Infosys, Microsoft, and all for preparation and to crack their job interview. So this was the certificate which was issued in collaboration with iHub Divya Sampark, where 5,200 plus students were only eligible to receive this prestigious certificate from iHub Divya Sampark, a joint body of IIT Roorkee and Government of India Department of Science and Technology, wherein we received the maximum highest registrations from Andhra Pradesh through APSSDC, which was 10,150 engineering students who attended the online Skill Up program. These are some of our student development program which we had conducted in the past months. So without much further ado, let me take you through today's student development program on business intelligence using advanced Excel and Power BI, before which I take the privilege on behalf of XLR to invite our dignitaries from CSR lead from LG Electronics, Mr. Mohammed Hassan, having 15 years of CSR leadership at LG Electronics and Microsoft, driving education, skilling, sustainability programs, large-scale impact across 1,000 plus schools, tribal communities with 30 to 35% learning improvement outcomes, strategic and grassroots leader in CSR policy, partnership and program design, Gandhi Fellow with strong government and NGO engagement. A warm welcome to you, sir. Shushmita, could you please confirm if we have Mr. Mohammed Hassan?
No, ma'am, actually, he's not in. He's not there.
Okay, all right. Please let me know once he joins in. So let me move to our dignitary from academia, Dr. Preeti Agarwal, Director of GH Raisoni College of Engineering and Management, Academic and Strategic Leadership. She has been in a leader in academics, governance, institutional development, and led multiple NAC and NDA accreditation cycles and strengthened outcome-based education while aligning programs with NEP 2020 and drives quality enhancement, faculty development, research promotion, student centric reforms for sustained institutional excellence. A warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Thank you, Nitya. It's a great pleasure to be here. Good evening, respected dignitaries, faculty member, industry leaders, and my dear students. On behalf of GH Raisoni College of Engineering and Management, Jalgaon, it is truly an honor to be here today as we inaugurate the student development program on business intelligence using advanced Excel in collaboration with XLR. We are truly grateful to XLR for this initiative, which reflects a shared vision of empowering students for the future. Nitya ma'am, I'm really impressed to see the great work being done through XLR regarding the faculty development program, student development program on 21st century skills, the skills which are actually required for the students, which we require to impart in them, to empower them and to groom them as future leaders. At this juncture, I would also like to appreciate the efforts of our faculty, Mr. Rohit Sarunke, who is coordinator for our Center of Excellence in Business Analytics in the institution, and his instrumental role in organizing this program with XLR has really made today's event possible. It is through such committed leadership and collaboration that we can bring meaningful opportunities to our students, because these are the programs which actually give beyond classroom training to the students, hands-on training to the students, and the skills which are required. If we look at NEP 2020, what they prescribe is that thousands and lakhs of students are getting passing out of the universities and students, but do they have the skills which are being expected in the industries? And we know that these skills are really required, and the student development programs are more than the academic exercises. They are the actual platform for transformation in the students, and they help students build not only technical knowledge but also the confidence, adaptability, and leadership qualities needed in today's competitive world. Because more than knowledge, the application of that knowledge is very, very important. And at GHRCM Jalgaon, we see this collaboration with XLR as an opportunity to nurture holistic growth and prepare our students to become innovator and change makers. We believe that emerging technologies such as AI, data science, and blockchain are reshaping industries and redefining education. Higher education must evolve to keep pace with these changes. And programs like this ensure that students are not only exposed to these technologies, but they also learn how to apply them meaningfully. And that is very important. So the future belongs to those who can combine knowledge with creativity and technology with wisdom. Because in today's world, possessing skills alone is not enough. Everybody would agree with me that what truly matters is the right mindset to use those skills wisely. So NEP 2020 strongly emphasizes skill development, experiential learning, and multidisciplinary education. It calls upon institutions to groom students with 21st century skills, communication, creativity, problem solving, and most important is digital literacy, so they can thrive in a fast changing global landscape. As educators and collaborators like XLR, it is our responsibility to ensure that students are not just skilled, but also prepared to use those skills responsibly for the betterment of the society. So, as we inaugurate this program today, let us celebrate the partnership between all the institutions who have collaborated with XLR, and let us promise it holds for our students. By combining skill, mindset, and collaboration, we can groom the leaders of tomorrow, leaders who are innovative, ethical, and equipped with 21st century skills. So, on behalf of GHRCM Jalgaon, I extend heartfelt gratitude to XLR for this initiative of student development program and for many initiatives which you have so far done. And I'm looking forward to many such collaborative activities in future too. And I'm looking for the shared journey in future also. Thank you all. All the best to all the students. Enjoy the learning uh, today and for next 30 hours, I must say. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Your words meant a lot to us, and it was motivating XLR as well. And definitely, we would want to be constantly in collaboration with you. to continue lot of student development and faculty development program, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sure, ma'am. So let me move to the next dignitary, Dr. Kamaljit Grewal, Principal from Khalsa College for Women. She has 34 plus years of exemplary leadership in advancing education, student welfare, and institutional development, and distinguished academic and researcher with numerous publications in reputed international journals. Awarded the Award of Honor for Best Teacher and recognized for her visionary efforts in sustainability, entrepreneurship, and innovative educational initiatives. A visionary mentor dedicated to student empowerment, community development, and building strong academic industry collaboration. A warm welcome to you, Kamaljit ma'am.
Thank you so much, Nitya ma'am. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
A very good evening to distinguished guests, representatives from XLR EduTech Private Limited, respected faculty members, and my dear students. It gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the 15-day student development program on business intelligence using advanced XLR and Power BI, organized by Department of Computer Science, Khalsa College for Women, Civil Lines, Ludhiana, in collaboration with XLR EduTech Private Limited. Khalsa College is for Women is a premier women's institution of Northern India affiliated to Punjab University, Chandigarh, and re-accredited by NAC. For decades, our college has remained deeply committed to academic excellence, skill development, and women empowerment, preparing young women to meet both professional and societal challenges with confidence. In today's data driven world, business intelligence such as advanced Excel and Power BI have become essentials across the industries. This program is thoughtfully designed to bridge the gap between the classroom learning and the industry expectations, equipping the students with the practical, job ready, and analytical skill. This program also reflects the spirit of MOU between Khalsa College for Women and XLR, aimed at promoting digital literacy, upskilling, and industry aligned education. I sincerely appreciate XLR for their continued support, expertise, and commitment for nurturing future ready talent. I encourage all the participating students to make most of these 15 days, engage actively, practice consistently, and explore how data can drive informed decisions and innovation. Programs like these not only enhance the employability but also empower our students to become confident learning professionals and leaders of tomorrow. I congratulate the Department of Computer Science, Dr. Parminder Kaur, as the head of the department, for this valuable initiative and wish all the participants a successful, enriching, and transformative learning experience. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Kamal ma'am. So let me call upon our next dignitary from Hyderabad Institute of Technology and Management, Dr. Padmaja, Professor, Head of Department AI/ML, published 27 research papers in national and international journals, completed 20 plus NPTEL certifications, IGIP trained and PBL certified educator, promotes project-based learning, promotes problem solving, real-world applications, and active learning strategies to enhance student engagement and skill development. She is also a national academic engagement Smart India Hackathon for 6 years, encouraging innovation and industry relevant student projects. A warm welcome to you, ma'am.
Uh, Hello, am I
Yes,
audible?
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, I'm from Hyderabad Institute of Technology and Management. It's a great opportunity. Almost three of the speakers have talked most about XLR, and I want to also tell the students everyday learning is a part of XLR, which focus more on free LMS platform, and at our space, students can join And also, whenever the time is there, they can also do assessments, assignments. Even at the age of 47, I have learned 6 years back when XLR have started. It's a great initiation by Ram Tava sir, CEO, and also Srinivas Gurala, CTO of XLR. And coming to our college, it's a first green building campus in Telangana. And I request all the students, not only Hyderabad Institute of Technology and Management, but whoever have logged into YouTube as well as live, all these 30 hours, please keep a pen and paper along with the laptop with you so that everything you can learn at your space, because nobody will disturb you from 7 to 9. Not taking much of time. I just want to leave. It's over to you, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. Shushmita, could you please confirm if Mr. Mohammed Hassan has joined in?
I'm just checking, ma'am, 2 minutes.
Please.
Yes, ma'am. He's in. You can.
Okay. So I take again the privilege to call upon Mr. Mohammed Hassan, CSR lead, LG Electronics, having 15 years of CSR leadership at LG Electronics and Microsoft driving education, skilling and sustainability programs. Large-scale impact across 1,000 plus schools and tribal communities with 30 to 35% learning improvement outcomes, and strategic and grassroots leader in CSR policy, partnerships and program design, Gandhi Fellow with strong government and NGO engagement. A warm welcome to you, sir.
Thank you so much, Nitya ji, and I'm really glad that I have got this opportunity to interact such a motivated group of students who have taken out time from their busy schedule in the evenings and then attending these classes. This is such a wonderful and warm experience for me, like seeing 500 students in a group sitting and just trying to upskill themselves, trying to learn and trying to grow. I must say that congratulations to all of you, and you keep learning, keep growing. uh, Now coming to the this evening, that the transformative role of a students development program, that is a wonderful initiative by XLR. This initiative, I would say that this is one of the most important aspect of the learning, where nowadays where the super specialization is needed in every field. We all are experiencing in the era of artificial intelligence, in the era of data analytics and all. We are trying to learn, we are trying to grow, and we are trying to understand the rapid space where the technology is growing every day, day by day. So that impact of emerging technology in higher education is very important nowadays. It is not only bookish knowledge which is helping people to grow. Everyone knows that by becoming artificial intelligence coming into the picture, a lot of jobs we are losing, a lot of people are losing their jobs. However, at the same time, artificial intelligence and this technology has created millions and millions of jobs. But it is us who need to be, more updated, more acquainted ourselves with the technology. Then only we will be able to compete ourselves with the market. Otherwise, we are planning to fail ourselves. So bookish knowledge itself is not only important, it is more important that we should learn, we should grow with the whatever the trend market is acquiring, whatever technology is getting evolved day by day. So I am, as ma'am was saying, before me, I heard the three more academicians who have their great experience of the academics. They shared their experience with all of us. Now, I won't take much of your time. I just conclude my sharing by with the few words that this era is a rapid changing era where we have to keep ourselves learning every day. And I would say that this academic industry collaboration with XLR is such a wonderful initiative that will definitely benefit the students a lot. So congratulations to all of you, especially the XLR team who all are sitting here at 7:30 in the evening, living everything with all of us. So this is such a great initiative, and I hope it will definitely yield a good result to for all of us. So thank you so much for inviting me and having me here. I would must congratulate all of you for being part of this wonderful initiative. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for joining in and motivating our learners and giving them the importance of why this training and why is it so very important. Thank you very much, sir. It is a pleasure having you here for today's
Thank
evening.
you. Thank you.
So now it's time for us to call upon our subject matter expert, Ms. Narayani Vishwanathan, Data Science and Business Intelligence Industry Expert Trainer, having accomplished training specialist with 7 years of experience and founder of Neural Net Data Science, Chennai. Expert in statistics, machine learning, AI, Power BI, Tableau, and advanced data integration, having delivered 100 plus programs to 500 plus professionals and executives, proven success in driving 20% improvement in corporate decision making and enabling 85% of learners to transition into data driven roles through innovative industry aligned training solutions. A warm welcome to you, Ms. Narayani.
Yeah, thank you so much. Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, you are.
All right. So thanks to everyone who gave a warm welcome. And I definitely appreciate the students who are here, who have joined us. Nitya ma'am, can I share my screen?
Yes, definitely. So after your quick intro, you can continue with your session.
Yeah.
And just a update to all the learners, we would be doing the LMS walkthrough tomorrow in tomorrow's session. So over to you, Ms. Narayani. You can take forward.
Okay. So welcome to everyone to today's session. Today is going to be an introductory session. So that we understand what we are talking about, we are actually going to look at business intelligence, what it is, why it is important, and how it is not exactly just Excel or Power BI. Okay. So Excel and Power BI are tools using which we manipulate data. Business intelligence is basically the methodology or the science of doing this. Okay. So if I have to draw an analogy, if you are a carpenter, right, business intelligence is your skill set to create new furniture. Whether you are using a screwdriver or a hammer or a nail is similar to using an Excel or a Power BI. Okay, so these are all tools. And most of us, I think, including all the students, are perhaps born with using worksheets. And perhaps most of us have also used Excel, right? So today session, you basically need not use a computer because we are actually going to start with understanding what is business intelligence, why we need to get this mindset. Why we are saying mindset? Because most of us from school think that just knowing Excel, knowing shortcuts is same as doing business intelligence. No. Excel, as I told you, is a tool to create one part of an analysis. Okay. Whereas business intelligence is a vast ocean. Today, you can do business intelligence using Zoho, Worksheets, or you might use SAS or SAP, right? There are very different tools that you can be using. So we basically first need to start by understanding and defining what is business intelligence. So before we start today's session, I want all the students to clear your minds and take a moment and consider and jot down your expectations from the session. Okay, because today we are not going to teach you Excel or Power BI. We are going to today delve into what is business intelligence. Okay. So we need to understand that what is business intelligence, what is its relation with data. Okay. So why business intelligence is important? So all IT jobs that you have today, whether it is about programming or a non-programmer job like creating ML software, AI ML kind of algorithms, right? It is all about who controls the data and how this data can be wielded to create solutions. Okay, why these solutions are important? Because these solutions are going to be used by the management or the owners of different services companies to make decisions. Okay, that's why we today say that data is like petrol, okay, or oil. Why? Because just like in the last century, petroleum or oil enabled a lot of companies and industries to quadruple their profits, and hence it could basically get a lot of people to work via industrial revolution. We know that data is the new petrol, and hence we find a lot of people who are going to work with data. Okay, so we need to understand that in this kind of scenario, having a degree does not mean your career is set, because your qualification becomes one of the items in the checklist for you to attend the interview, but it will not guarantee you a career, right? Similarly, skills does not mean promotion. So technical ability is important, right? So if you know how to code well in Java, right, that's important. But knowing why one algorithm or one logic is far superior than the other one needs a little more dwelling, right? So even this dwelling means that you will talk to 4 people, or you understand how a particular software is going to be deployed, right? So all this is intelligence. So intelligence is more important, right, than learning and scoring well in the classroom. So that's what we are talking about. So you can see that data does not only come from numbers, data can be coming from different sources. So insight, so not plain data, but data which can be wielded to help you perform a job better, to become more productive, right? That is power. And business intelligence directly works with creating insights. Okay, so for example, you understand why a certain algorithm should be done, or why a particular way of working is promoted in certain industries, right? That is the insight. So suppose tomorrow you want to do business intelligence in a petroleum industry, it will be very different from, let's say, a BFSI or a banking industry. They would have different SOPs. Why? Because there are certain ways in which these industries are aligned, and they are very different, right? So understanding this is going to get you more power and more autonomy and much more ways and means to do well in your job. So when we do this as a subject, we also understand, the different industries very well. So today we will start with business intelligence. Okay, so let's take a few minutes and look at one problem at hand. Okay, so let's say all of us are using a canteen, right, in the college. So let's say your canteen, you find that the canteen person is very, very perturbed because he's saying that, I am not having money at all. You ask why, he's saying that, what, my profits are not increasing. Whereas the inflation is going up, I find that my profits are not going up. Okay. So the management, the canteen wala is telling that this is because of high inflation cost, raw material cost. So competitive pricing pressures, maybe the college is also not subsidizing them enough. And the students are also always opting to buy the cheapest item, right? So it could be an issue. Now, if you look at the data, when I mean by data, you look at the transaction data versus their procurement, supplier cost, work in the, fixed cost and the variable cost in running the canteen, you can actually understand that what are the menu items which are popular among students, right? How much are these students ordering? How much is the price per item? And it might perhaps enable you to understand that why students are preferring this item versus the other, right? And why canteen is falling short in these kind of transactions. So it may be correct to say that the students somewhere get the better end because they might actually be using the cheapest item, but they are eating it quite a bit. So this is the power of looking deeply into data. So here you can see we are looking at the food industry, a small canteen wala who's perhaps not even having a business of more than 1 crore, right? And he is having an issue, but you find that the way out is when he is looking at his own sources of data. So the data is what every transaction where the student is ordering an item, consuming an item, paying, every transaction which he is basically having with his supplier, with his workers, with the college. When you look at this data in a black and white form, okay, he is able to basically look at the decisions that are in front of him. Maybe he should raise prices of certain items. Maybe he should change suppliers. Maybe he should relook at the menu offerings through the parts of the day. Or he should remove these very, very cheap items which are very, very popular but has very low profit margins. Correct? So these are some of the options in front of him. But this can only come when he does an audit of the data that he is dealing with. It will not come from what the student prefers or what is the gut feeling of the workers in the canteen. So business intelligence is not about guessing. Okay, it is not a gut feeling. It's about dwelling deep into the data that we actually are privy to. So we are collecting all this information and using this in a very logical manner with a goal in mind. What is the goal here? The canteen wala was very, very unhappy because he did not have enough profits. So we are not talking about money flow here. We are not talking about revenues. We are talking about profits. So when you have this in mind, you understand that putting this in a business intelligence perspective and you look at the different aspects of this issue, it is actually going to provide more clarity, perhaps reveal some truths which are not comfortable for the canteen wala to face, but definitely it will give a way forward. So all of us here are going to be privy of understanding the various methods in which we can also help better and perform our roles using business intelligence as a science. Okay, and Excel and Power BI are the tool sets which we will be using in this journey. Okay, so what is business intelligence? So business intelligence has a very clear pathway, like I told you. Okay, basically, the first job for business intelligence person, okay, who's responsible for doing business intelligence is to collect the data. So you have to look at what are the different data that this business or that person is collecting. Why I'm saying person? So today is a digital world, right? You are all attending this meeting. So you're using either a YouTube or a Zoom. So look at the kind of data that you might be generating. Because of this transaction of spending time and using these different tools like a YouTube or a Zoom, you are sharing your time and also your data with us. So we know you are a student, we know you're from one of these elite universities, we know your username, right? We also know what are your interests based on certain algorithms. So this is the data that I'm privy to, correct? So using this data, then as a business, I can either gather information. So rather than looking at raw bits and pieces of data, I can create a profile of students, or I can create a set of questions like who are the students who generally attend all my programs, or who are the students who are doing very well post graduation, right? So these could be the questions that your college has or XLR has. So when I have these questions, I can look at profiling this data, that is plucking raw chunks of this data in a sequential manner so as to answer this question for all the participants. And from there, I will get insights. Perhaps it is the person who's actually doing intense training in some of the modern tools like AI, LLM, right? Python programming, you know. So things like this, I might be able to derive from these sequential arrangement of data, correct? Then I can actually come to a conclusion. The college could use this conclusion and do some decisions, and they might actually implement it. So this whole process you can see is business intelligence. So you can see that there is a goal associated. There are simple raw data which are collected. There are questions being asked. And based on these questions, you find that there is a way forward, which is about understanding the data much better, taking some decisions, and taking actions based on these decisions. So this is a very systematic approach. So you can see there is no mention of Excel in this. There is no mention of Power BI in this. Right? Am I making sense here? Yeah, anyone having any queries? Is my voice audible? Shall we move on? Okay. Now let's look at why BI will matter to you. I've seen some people answering in the chat. Let me see. Okay, so there are no issues. We will just move on. Why BI matters to us? So regardless of what is your academic background, you are, as we just saw, generating data, right? Because you are a student, you might be doing certain behaviors. Each behavior is leaving a trail, right? This could be a transaction, a bill, it could be some kind of cookies, right? So all of this is used by your different industry providers. So an engineer might actually be looking at designing products or trying to improve the products that you use. Maybe the Zoom person is looking at this meeting, and probably he's going to increase the number of participants in a meeting, right? He might give me more tools to broadcast directly without YouTube, maybe, right? And art and humanities person might actually make the interface look much better. They might be working towards interfacing it. A natural science person might actually be looking at the kind of students and college who are participating, maybe enable us to create cohorts of the requirements and suggest that, you know, what kind of courses work best in terms of getting a job or a career. So if we are able to pluck these data pieces, okay, even from this meeting, it is possible for us to be very productive and very insightful in what we can do with all this data. So today we find that there are much more number of people who are very, very confident and they start their own business. Why? Because data, you can see, is available everywhere. So 30, 40 years ago, when you guys were not even born, data was not available freely because there was not computers. We didn't have cookies. It's not that everything that you did was in the open. Today, that's not the case, right? So business intelligence, you can understand, is not dependent on the course. Okay? It does not replace, at the same time, it does not replace the rigor and academic interest of yours. It is actually going to amplify it. So what I'm trying to say is, you might be a literature student, but you use business intelligence. So what you can do, you can use business intelligence and try to understand that how you can network with people who are similar to you, right? You can look at people with in the same space or people who are writing similar things. Perhaps you want to become a critic, you can create your own YouTube channel. It will help you in creating a cohort of people who might subscribe to you. So things like that. Similarly, for an engineer person, it could be about creating a new app or a software, right? Or it could, you can use a business person to say that this should be the subscription model, or remove the subscription model and come with some other model, okay, of monetizing. So that is where business intelligence comes into the picture. It is trying to connect disparate dots, okay, which will help you to come with something of value. Okay, so this is why BI matters to all of us. You can actually become someone of value if you probably use business intelligence throughout your career, okay, starting from today, and you are very clear in your goals. It could be of great help. So should we move on, or any one of you wants a break, guys? Should we connect after 10 minutes? Because post the break, we will actually look at data, okay, and then why Excel is important. We'll start with Excel. So shall we take a 10-minute break? Okay, we are going to take a 10-minute break. Now it is, I think, 7:53 on my watch. So we will basically be joining by 8:03. All right. Okay, let's take a break, guys. All right. So guys, welcome back. Is everyone back? Should we wait? So anyone else having any questions? Okay, so I don't see anything on chat. Sushmita, there is some query on how to mark attendance. Can you please repeat it before I restart the session?
Yeah, sure, ma'am. So, dear students, as attendance link will be shared at 8:30 in the same Zoom and YouTube chat. I request please be waited till 8:30. So, yeah, so I'll be sharing the attendance link on the same chat.
And it will be open till what time?
It will be open till 9:30, ma'am.
Okay, so
Just
guys,
for
you have
1 hour.
to mark your attendance in that 1 hour period. Okay. Or anything else? Shall we start, guys? Okay. So let's look at this picture. You can see this is a very lovely picture with the Ola electric scooter, a father and a daughter, right? So the question in front of you is, do you know what are the kind of data that is generated by the father or the riders of the scooter? What are the different kinds of data that is generated? Not with the photo, right? So with the act of this purchase and usage of this Ola scooter by the father, what are the different kinds of data that are generated? Any idea? Do you think it is a lot? Do you think it is very low? Yeah. So Manu Francis saying that AI cam. So this is not about the picture, Manu. It is basically about what are the kind of data that is generated and tracked. Okay, speed data. Yes. Especially, I think if you are over speeding, the traffic police is definitely going to track your speed, right? What else? Battery range. Yes. Definitely, you can see speed, kilometer, travel, fuel. Yes. Battery level. Correct. Yes. These are some of the data. Okay. Am I audible now? Better? Everyone? Okay.
Yes, ma'am, you're audible now.
All right. Okay. So, helmet. Yes. What else? Safety. Okay. Recent destinations. Very good. So, that was very, very interesting. Some of you, like Harshini, is saying recent destination. So, how do you basically track which location this person has gone? Is there any way in which you can track it, Harshini? Number plate. Yes, very good. RTO has the details of your vehicle, of your license, of this chassis of the scooter using the number plate. Very good. Horn effect, that I do not know. Okay, mileage, time. Okay, time again. So location, time data. How do you track it, guys? Distance gone, yes. Speed is using the speedometer. GPS, very good, yes. So basically, I think in India, if you are using this app called Google Maps, or if you're on Apple, you have an app called Apps, or if you're in any other local map app, it is tracking your location. Very good. Yes. So Google is definitely having all the details about where you are going, where you are currently there, okay, at what speed you are going. Yeah, insurance company also has your data. Very correct. Yes. Very good. Very good. So you can see a simple act of this man going and buying a scooter, right? So you can see the RTO has got legal data regarding this vehicle, isn't it? The manufacturer also has data. So manufacturer has got not just the data that RTO has, he also has data about warranty, guarantee, what are the dates in which you should, he's giving you some 2 service or 3 service for free, right? He is also going to have data on your license number. He also has data on the parts, correct? Traffic police, like most of you said, has got data on this man. How many times he has oversped, how many times he's violated, how many challans, correct? The service center also has data. The service center has data on the wear and tear of the parts, okay, how well each of the component is working. Google has information on routes, trips, time, speed. The vehicle itself has, if you're having an Ola, you know that it is a cloud-based vehicle. So it knows what software it is running, what is the battery level, right? What is the speed in which it's gone, what is the tire pressure. All information is going to be captured. So can you see that although we think I have just bought an electric scooter, you are generating so much of information, not just when you purchased it, but also by using it. Yes, the scooter will also have your details, so they will segment it as a demography. Okay, profile you. Okay, very good, very good. Anyone else who wants to say anything or add to here to the information here? No, very good. Okay. So here you can see you're sitting on so much of information. So what can be the questions which are there? Now Ola may actually want to increase its price. Suppose that is the question. It is definitely going to, it has so much of data, right, available, the company. So it is going to mine into this data and it's going to look for insights. And then it is going to do decisions and action, correct? So we as consumers, as customers, are creating all this data. Our data is being stored in each of these stakeholders: the RTO, the police office, traffic police, the dealer, the service center, the manufacturer, Google Maps, insurance company. Yes. Now, Ola itself can access to quite a lot of this data, right? It can ask these questions. Are frequent riders causing faster battery wear? Do violations correlate with high wear and tear? Which routes drain battery the most? Which users cost more to service? Should I redesign? Should I increase the price? Should I add features? You can see all these questions are there in Ola's mind. What is business intelligence? We are not creating data using business intelligence. We connect data. We connect the dots, right? The data which is here. So if I'm looking at, you can see all these questions are related to the daily usage of this vehicle by this driver. What does it mean? It means I'm trying to connect the Google Map information, traffic police information, service center information, insurance information, dealer information, and I can answer these questions. So I can combine the data, I can clean the data, I can compare this data. So you can see this question, are frequent riders. So I'm going to segment a specific category of people who are my consumers, right? And I am looking at their data with respect to other segments. I'm finding patterns in the data. So this is what business intelligence is. Making sense, everyone? So business intelligence answers what we should do to these questions. Is it clear? Yes, advertisers can also use this data. Business development people can also use this data. So you would have seen that every time you go to, let's say, Flipkart or Amazon, you saw one product and you immediately closed it. You will start getting the advertisement for the product. Sometimes I get advertisement for the product I've already purchased. Correct? RTO is basically regional, I think, travel office, right? It issues license. Okay. So since some of you have brought this idea of salespeople, business development people, product promotions, correct? Let's go to the important thing. So all of us use Amazon. You can see there is this product page, correct? Can you tell me what are the different ways in which I generate data on Amazon? Suppose this was shown to me. Okay, I have gone to this page. So what are the different types of data that I generate, guys? Please put it on chat. Rating, very good. Yes, customer rating, you can see. So anyone who has put money and purchased this keyboard for 1,634 is definitely looking at customer Rating. Yes. What else? Price. Cart items. Very good. Product details, price, marketing, discount, price and quality, preference. Very good. Offers, features. Very good. So most of us know everything about Amazon. Very good, guys. Very, very good. So is this because you buy the things via Amazon? That's why you are so knowledgeable? Very good. So what is the difference between how data was generated in Amazon versus Ola, guys? Is there any difference? It's the same. So you see that in Amazon, it is uniquely different. Why? Because even if I open the window, I'm generating data. Okay. And this data is accessible to my browser, to my operating system, to Amazon, to any other company with which I'm sharing my data. Okay. Like Facebook is open. I'm also in Amazon. Facebook knows that Amazon is trying to sell you this. So even if I immediately close it, any hesitation also, I am generating data. Okay. Why? Because this software and many other softwares or APIs, okay, they have something called as cookies. So the moment you do and create a login, you are accepting their cookie. So this cookie actually knows what all you have done in Amazon, where did you go, how much time you spent, okay, what all did you do? You perhaps went to the search window and you searched directly, and that's how you came here. There could be people who saw an advertisement, they clicked on it and they came there. So Amazon knows that these are two different ways. These are different people. They belong to different cohorts. Making sense? So did everything that you said seen here? You can see searching for a product, Amazon knows. You clicked on the product page, Amazon knows. You scrolled the different images, Amazon knows. You read the reviews, Amazon knows. You compared the prices, Amazon knows. You added to the cart, Amazon knows. You abandoned your cart, Amazon knows. So even if I close the window without opening it, Amazon knows. So you can see how I've generated data. Yes, without having cookies. So anything which, any application which has a login password, it is tracking you. Okay. This is why you know that if you have a mobile phone, all the apps that are there in the mobile phone is tracking you unless and until you deny it access. BI actually means business intelligence. Okay, clear everyone? Making sense? So here you see that any action or inaction is adding to the data in hordes immediately. This is leading. So now Amazon can ask questions. Amazon can say, how can I sell this product better? Should I reprice it? Should I increase this price? Should I sell it at a discount? So if I have to sell it at a discount, should I provide a discount at 9% or 10%? You see that there is just a 1% difference. But psychologically, when you are looking at it, you might think that why this product is new, it has just come to the market, they're selling it at 10% off, maybe something is wrong with it, right? So these are all decisions. So business intelligence is making you ask these questions and you can get answers using the data. It's not only about asking these questions about why this many users are not buying this product. Is this product having an issue with the pricing, or is it the product quality or the trust or the brand? Should I provide this on a discount, or should I bundle it when someone buys a PC, or should I promote it? So all these decisions Amazon can take. So whenever you are doing any activity, what does Amazon see? You are searching for the product. Amazon sees a search intent. You are clicking on the product page, it is looking at click-through rate. You are scrolling, Amazon knows how much time you spent on the page. You read reviews, review engagement. You can see, compare the prices, price sensitivity of the customer, conversion. You added to the cart or you left it, you can see conversion abandonment. So everything on the left is called as a user action. everything to the right is nothing but a matrix. So these are actually KPIs that Amazon tracks. Making sense, everyone? Do you see how companies are actually using your actions and selling products to you only? Making sense, everyone? So first they will show you an advertisement. I saw someone is saying that this keyboard has a very attractive design. Yes. So you can see that this person might tomorrow go to Amazon, check out this product, right? So this course has helped us in selling this product to this person. So this is how this world operates. I create an intent or an interest, and then I take your own data and I sell it to you only. Making sense? This is why business intelligence is important. So if I do not know how to capture the data or your interest in this product, how will I sell it to you? This is where business intelligence thinking comes into the picture. Everyone clear? Anyone having any query? How business intelligence? What is business intelligence? Okay, I can see Ashwin Vardhani is raising your hand. You want to? Okay, you can use the mic. Tell me.
Ma'am, small, very minute doubt.
No issue. Yeah, go ahead.
What is mean by cookies? I don't have any idea. Every time I used to be in a dilemma that what is mean by cookies? Why are these getting displayed on the websites?
Okay, so cookies is nothing but it is a small text file. Okay, every time you create a username and password, okay, you basically, there will be some terms and condition which you will say yes, yes, right? So automatically, there are these small text files which are inserted in your system. They are called as cookies. Okay, this is the reason why you can stay logged in. It's like the Zoom meeting. You can see that you have created a username password. So it basically tracks how much time you are using Zoom, how much time you are not using Zoom, because it is of interest to it, correct? So these are called as cookies. Am I making sense? On a layman's term? Ashwin, is that clear to you? Any other question? Okay. All right. So let's move ahead. Okay. So you can see that since we are creating so much of data, you see that look at the kind of data that are generated by us. You see, I think social media and all, like YouTube and all came into existence by 2010 only, around 2008, 2010. Then Apple came with its new kind of phone called as the iPhone, where suddenly video was there in everyone's pocket, audio was there in everyone's pocket. Before that, everyone used to have separate devices. So look at the kind of explosion in data creation globally. Can you see this? So it's exponential. And today, if you look at the past few years, especially after COVID, almost 54% of all data that is generated is video data. So it's from the TikToks and the Instagram and the Facebook of the world. So video has blown, followed by social media. 13% of all the data generated is from social media. Gaming is 10%. I think most of you, how many of you do gaming? Most of you or none of you? I think most of you guys do gaming, right? So look at, you are generating 10%. So you can see today we are almost at 180 zettabytes. So it's not even terabytes, it's zettabytes, right? So this is the reason why you see that a lot of data centers are being created, not only in India, abroad also. Because these are, what are data centers? Nothing but these are just warehouses where you will have huge servers and they will have a cooling mechanism and water. Cooling will be through water and refrigeration. Okay, because look at the kind of data. And why, you can ask that who is paying for that? You and me only, na? We are seeing advertisements. So we are buying. So we are generating. So you can see that it is a fulfilling prophecy that is happening. So as a business intelligence person, I need to know that if I am Amazon or if I am Ola, how can I look at the data that is useful to me and make decisions? So business intelligence is going to be that part only. Making sense, everyone? Anyone having query? Okay, cool. So let's move ahead. So you can see data is exploding, right? So data is there. I told you it's there in the data center. But will I be able to just look at Amazon? Some trillion data is there. So many customers are going. How can Amazon make decisions? It cannot, unless and until I put a structure to it. This structure is called as a worksheet. Am I making sense? You can take a pencil and paper. You can start writing the data, right? You can create, these small tables, and you can start writing data. That is also a structure. So the looking at all this humongous amount of data generated is a worksheet. Clear? So if you look at this, so when I said structure, this is how we look at it. So you can see here, I have got mobile data. Okay. So I have got the name of the mobile, the Flipkart URL, what is the star rating, number of people who have rated it, okay, reviews, what is the RAM of the phone, ROM of the phone. You can see all of this data. Can you see this? So I just read out a few attributes of the phone, right? These are always put in columns. Why do we call it as an attribute? Every mobile will have a name, it will have a brand name, it will have an image, right? In Flipkart or Amazon, it will have a rating, it will have a RAM, ROM, battery, processor, price, discount, everything, correct? So these are called as attributes. So these are features. Features are also called as attributes. Yes, very good. What are the rows? So every phone you can see is available in these. For each of the attributes, I have different phones. So every phone which is available, it is called as a event, or here it is a product. Okay. So I take a Motorola phone. I jot down all the details. You can see it's a row. I take a Samsung phone, Samsung S25. Okay. I jot down all the features. You can see it's in another row. I take a Redmi phone. Okay. I jot down all the features. You can see it is in a different row. So the rows are basically product attributes. Okay. Maitri is saying that she doesn't understand. Okay. How does it help an engineering student? So let's say you are doing a physics experiment. Okay. Or an electrical engineering experiment. So you are capturing, let's say, the voltage, okay, the electricity or ampere. So these are features. So it goes into your columns in your experiment, okay. And you are repeating this experiment once, it will become one row. You have repeated second time, or you take the data from your other colleague who has done the same experiment, second row. Another colleague has done the same experiment, third row. So that will become a row, correct? Now, what are the cells? The cells has got facts. So you can see that Motorola phone, right? It has one specific image only. It has some star rating. It has so many people rating it. It has got so many reviews. You can see these are all counts. It has got this RAM feature. It has got this ROM capacity. It has got this size of display. You can see, right? These are facts. They need to be accurate to the product. Am I making sense? So in a commerce student, you can see this is simply, so a commerce student, you can see this is a product table. I'm having different products. Okay. You are looking at profitability, right? Look at this. You had as a price, it has got a discounted price. What is the discount percentage? You also have the features of the product. You also know that I have got this star rating. So you can look at, how much should I reduce the price if I want to sell more, given this is my star rating or this is my brand. Making sense? How will it be useful to the management student? So let's say I am Samsung. I want to understand that my rating are highest. Can I, you can see my discount rate is also the lowest. Can you see that? So can I start selling without any discount on Amazon? Samsung wants to know. So you can use this data, right? These are management decisions, correct? Does that answer your question? Everyone. So you can use this table and you can take decisions on the pricing. You can take decisions on the display of the product on the platform, review engagement. Okay? Clear? Am I making sense, everyone? Everyone understanding this? So you can see, Samsung can see that, okay, if I have more RAM, should I increase the price even for my suboptimal brands? So these can be some questions, okay, clear? So we call this as a worksheet. Why? You can now see that this is making sense. I am able to see how a Vivo is different from a Motorola, is different from a Samsung, is different from a Redmi. Making sense, everyone? Okay, now what I can do? I have taken all this humongous amount of data. I have put it in a worksheet. Now someone working at Flipkart or Amazon can access. They can look for patterns. They can apply algorithms. They can basically do all those jargons, right? They can do all the magic using AI, and they can basically come with solutions. So you can see which is the big important link here, a worksheet. So a worksheet is a structured way to store, access, and work with data. So humans and systems can only work with structured data. Okay, so I'm going to ask you something. We know, right? Majority of the data is basically going to be video, right? We saw 54% of all data that is generated is video. Can we store video data in a worksheet? Can we store video data in a worksheet? So yes or no question, guys. So we cannot put it in the same format for video data. Why? Video has got many frames. Video is a set of frames. It has got many frames, right? So there are different databases and ways to store that data. That worksheet will look a different, slightly different. Clear? Everyone making sense? Is this concept clear to you guys? Shall we proceed? So guys, you can see that your attendance is also provided, the link. So those who are interested, please open that and keep. Okay, so you can see that worksheet was a very important part or link, correct? You can also see another important link is the person who's working on this worksheet, which is going to be you in future. I think all of you see yourself working with this worksheet in future, correct? So you can see Sushmita, you gave the attendance link and you can already see 10 people have left. Okay, so here you can see that there are so many companies that provide worksheet. It's not just Excel. So Apple has numbers. You can see Google has got Google Sheet. Zoho also has some worksheets. You can see Open Office has got some worksheets. So many worksheets are there. But you see that most of us use Excel. Why? Because whenever we think about worksheets, we think about Excel. So it's like for many of us, whenever we think about chocolates, we think about Cadbury. So most of us, I think, even say Cadbury. I want to eat Cadbury. So for many of us, we don't say chocolates, we say Cadbury. Give me a Cadbury, right? Similarly, in our minds, Excel stands for worksheets. Why? Because before internet became common, before you and me started having laptops or PCs, Microsoft had promoted this program called Excel, and this gave lot of businesses, governments, colleges, students like you a ways and means of understanding data and deriving information from that. So Excel became like the king of the worksheets, highest in preference, highest in usability, and we also have taken courses. I think most of you would have learned how to use Excel in your secondary school, correct? They would have taught you what are the different features in Excel, how do you go open a file, how do you save it, how do you make changes, right? So Excel did not invent worksheet, it just popularized it. So that's where Excel is top of mind. Anyone having any questions? Clear? So why is Excel ever so popular even today? So Maitri, I think this is only an online course. You don't have to exit from this. You can use your laptops in computer, or you can join using your mobile also. So don't give this excuse of I have hostel and all. Okay. If you are interested, please attend it fully. Okay, so you can see that Excel today is very, very reverent. So when you think about worksheets, the first term anyone is going to talk is Excel. Why it is still so popular is the question. So why are we asking this question? You will know that in 1990s, 2000 and all, Maruti Suzuki used to be a big name. So everyone in a car, 90 of 100 people who used to own a car used to own a Maruti only that time. Okay. Today, if you go and see in the market, we find that it has been overtaken by many other brands like Kia, like Hyundai, like Honda, right? But that's not the case with Excel. Why? Because Excel works with cloud, Excel works with apps, Excel works with dashboards, Excel works with Power BI. In fact, if you know Excel, 30% of your Power BI is already in the bag. Power BI is nothing but an extended version of Excel. In fact, they look very similar. So Excel is very flexible, it is highly readable, it is universal. Okay, it will help every professional, every human who's using this particular tool. What is business analytics for real life to management? AR Ruben, I think we just looked at this case. When you look at this data, how can I use this data? That is the question that is put by management, and you as a business intelligent person can provide solution. If there is a question, you can use the worksheet and you can come with a solution. Am I making sense, Ruben? So what is analytics? So you can see I have a worksheet. Okay, I want to understand what is the relationship between star rating and discount rate. I can run a regression, which is analytics. Okay, it will tell me what is the relationship between star rating and discount rate. So maybe high star rating, you can see here also, high star rating, maybe the discount rate is high. You can see all Samsung phones here. You can see their discount rate is less than 10%. Look at Vivo, you can see the discount rate is almost 20% or 19%. Can you see that? So there is a particular Redmi P3X which is having 41% discount, right? So you can see there is one Samsung which has a star rating of 4.4. Look at the discount it's giving, 44%. So this is business analytics. Ruben, am I making sense? Is this clear to others also? Okay, very good. So whenever you are learning Excel, you know that there is also a journey in learning Excel. From a beginner, you can become an advanced user of Excel. So whenever you're looking at business intelligence, we are looking at advanced level of Excel because you are going to do data cleaning. Like we said, we are going to do data merging, we are going to do data comparisons, right? We are going to impute data, right? So we'll do all of these things. Hence, we want you to be very, very proficient with the tool of Excel. Now, please understand the shortcuts or the things that you are doing in Excel, the commands might be different from other software, but the logic and what we are doing will be the same. So if you are doing a pivot in Excel or you are creating a chart in Excel, you should be able to do the same in Google Docs. Otherwise, if it's not even going to perform as well as Excel, we will not be using it as a business, because Excel in many cases is free. It comes bundled with my new laptop and it is very good. Why will I spend money on something else? Okay, so that's where we are. Hence, learning Excel with very advanced proficiency is going to be of great helps. Okay, so there is Manikant who's asking how test of statistics helps the business in any job or role. Yes, very good. So now I just told you here, right? Let's go back to this data. So you can see that we were trying to look at the relationship between star rating, right? And we were looking at discounts. So I can basically see, I can look at, the averages of star rating. I can see, is 4.7 actually different from 4.4? You're doing a test of means, isn't it? If you, based on this data, if 4.4 is same as 4.7, the discount rates will not be very different, right? So you can use statistics here. Am I making sense, Manikanta? Am I making sense? Manikanta? So you can use all the statistics that you want here. Okay. So similarly, you can see whether similar RAM and ROM and is having similar pricing. Okay. Or you can look at, RAM, ROM configuration, display configuration, battery. Suppose I'm a new company. I basically want to understand what is the best price for my new mobile phone launch. I can actually use all this information. I can get conjoint analysis done on the data based on user inputs. Yeah, Manikanta, I told you, here if my sample, if I have to compare with the star rating, 4.4 is different for 4.7. I will basically, if I have more than 30 sample, I will do Z test. Otherwise, I'll do a T test. Making sense? Yes. If I want to know among Samsung phone, what is the different variation in terms of this star rating, I'll do an ANOVA. Okay. Like that. Okay. Clear? Anyone else having any questions with respect to statistics? Okay. So we were looking at one worksheet and we were trying to answer questions. This is just one type of worksheet, guys. There are many types of worksheet. So you have a transaction worksheet. You go and buy a mobile phone, you get a bill. That's a transaction sheet. You can see that every purchase has got something related to it, right? It's a transaction type of worksheet. Then you have a master worksheet. Suppose I'm a product manager. I have got different, Samsung has got its own operating system. I am basically tracking all the changes. Okay, for different products, I'm having different versions of my operational system. I can have a master sheet. So basically, then what happens? Every operating system will be one record. In a transaction, every phone that is purchased by every customer, so every customer will have a record. The data that we saw was a master sheet. So this worksheet type is a master sheet. Okay. This kind of worksheet is a master sheet. So every brand you can see has got one record, right? Suppose every customer who's buying a Vivo is one record, it will become a transaction worksheet. Making sense? You can do different kind of business analytics using each of these worksheets. Suppose you do a pivot, you have a summary sheet. Okay. Let's say Flipkart wants to know how many reviews are happening on a daily basis. I can do a pivot. Okay. That will become a summary sheet. Then some of you were saying, if I want to look at what is the discount, not profitability here, how much is the discount that I have to give on an average on my phones? I can do an analysis sheet. So it will have data also, it will have the statistics also, and the outcome also, interpretation. So it is called as an analysis sheet. It might also have a graph. Okay. Then exception sheet. Suppose this product page only, it is not loading at all. Then Flipkart or Amazon, whoever is there, is going to track these errors also. That is called as an exception sheet. So you can see that there are different types of worksheets. Okay. And each of this will basically have some kind of analysis or information to provide. Clear? Okay, now we learned so much about Excel. Some of you might have this query, then what about PowerPoint? How does PowerPoint come into the picture? So let's understand, guys, whenever we looked at business intelligence, what did we say? You collect the data might come from actions, or the data is available with you through purchase or transaction, right? Now this data, based on this, the business can ask questions. So it is going to generate insights. These insights are actually going to lead to decisions, and there are actions. Now, how will you present these insights to the company? You use what is called as a PowerPoint. So the PowerPoint is a single strongest medium of showcasing your insights. It tells you why something is happening, what you should do, what will happen if you do this for the next 10 days, right? So you can basically use a PowerPoint to communicate. So PowerPoint is a communication vehicle which helps you to talk to different cadre. It enables you to communicate to different management. So you can use a PowerPoint and talk to your dealer. You can use another PowerPoint and talk to your stockist. You can have a PowerPoint and talk to your manager. You can have another PowerPoint to talk with your product leader and so on. So you can see here, whatever decisions are there, data is there, goes into a worksheet. You put the questions, you get insights, you use PowerPoint, and you drive the decisions. So you can see that we have replaced people and worksheet using Excel, people and the insights using PowerPoint. So these are all what? Tool plus people go hand in hand. Just learning Excel is not important. Learning business intelligence, business analysis is important. Then only, you can create a story, a narrative, and you'll put it in a slide, and that makes sense. Okay. So why is this important? You cannot, no CEO, no C-suite manager is going to read raw data. Just using worksheet is not important. You need to have a PowerPoint so that you are able to have structured conclusions. Okay. So this is why we say that Excel and PowerPoint go hand in hand. If you have Power BI, you can actually do away with PowerPoint because it is possible for you to create dashboards using Power BI. Am I making sense? The difference between Excel, it needs a PowerPoint to summarize the data. If you have a Power BI, you don't need an Excel. I can create a dashboard. So to conclude, what is business intelligence? It is nothing but a structured way of thinking. So all the technological infrastructure that goes in collecting data, storing data, analyzing data is called as business intelligence. So it is not about specific tools, it is a process. It is not about organizing data only. It is about using the tools to organizing data in such a way that humans can make use of it. Is it clear to everyone? Okay, so are there any questions, queries? I've got 10 more minutes. Anyone having any question on what is Power BI, what is business intelligence, what is Excel, what is worksheet? Okay, so guys, you can see that with this we have understood the mindset that is required. The mindset required for being successful in business intelligence is to look at data, organize the data in a structure, apply statistics, apply different ways in which you can make sense of the data, structure it, and then you will be able to present the decisions. Yeah, Ale Rachna, you want to ask something? Okay. Yeah, go ahead, Ale Rachna. Yeah, go ahead, Rachna. Rachna, do you want to ask something or you want to put it on chat? Yeah, go ahead. I've just unmuted you.
Mean by dashboard?
So in a PowerPoint, you have slides, right? You have different slides. So what happens? You start showing one after the other. What happens? What if I can put all the slides in one whiteboard? We call that as a dashboard. I have different slides. So instead of moving from one slide to the other, I put all the slides side by side, okay, like a notice board or something. Okay, we call it as a dashboard in IT. Rashna, am I making sense? Yes? Okay, there was another question. I'm going to stop the share. I'm just going to look at questions now. Power BI is important factor for business analytics for MBA graduates. So I do not understand this question. So are you asking that Power BI is the most important factor? No. See, Power BI, as I told you, is a tool. You might actually do analytics using Tableau. You can do analytics using ClickView, or it might use Sisense. You might use SAP, SPSS, any tool. So Power BI is one of the cheapest way to create dashboards because it is the cost of giving access to Power BI is very, very cheap. And it's available along with Microsoft. Whenever you buy a Microsoft 360, or even if you don't subscribe to Microsoft, if you have a Windows system, Power BI is available for you free. Making sense? So you're asking for a BA role, business analyst. So it is important to know how to create a graph, how to create dashboard, how to create a narrative and explain this. Power BI, as I told you, still a tool only. Clear? It's like you can create an app using Java, you can create an app using C++, you can create an app using Python, right? Does that mean if you are well versed in Java, does it mean that you are not good? Not at all. Why? Because Python itself was written on Java only, right? So you cannot look at what is better than the other. That's not the right way to look at it. Making sense? Okay, ma'am, in real companies, do analysis prefer pivot tables or Power BI? Okay, so in Excel, you use pivot tables a lot to summarize data. In Power BI also, there is a pivot option available. So whenever you want to summarize data, right? So I have transaction data. I want to summarize this data from transaction into a master sheet. I will use a pivot table. Am I making sense? Why pivots are used? Okay, ma'am, you said Amazon tracks our data. What if we keep the product on Amazon? Then how can we track only our product? So Amazon company tracks every data, every device. So if you are using Amazon from a mobile phone as well as your laptop, as well as let's say your tablet. Amazon tracks by devices. It knows where you are located, what you are doing, everything. Okay. So there is, if you want to access Amazon, then you have to allow it to track you because it's going to put a cookie, right? So you cannot prevent it. In I think iPhones and in Google, you can ask the app not to track you. That means not all data is accessed by them. Some data may not be accessed. Okay. Once again, explain business intelligence equal to structure. So I told you, no, what is business intelligence? It's the process of collecting data, organizing data, applying mathematical or statistical, and creating meaning out of the data, right? So hence you are drawing a structure, then applying the question, finding answers using a framework via analysis, right? So that is business intelligence. Am I making sense, Shanti? Can we have recording? I am not sure. Sushmita, can you please confirm whether they get a recording of the session? I think it's available on YouTube, guys. The link of the YouTube is available here, so you will have a recording. Will practicals be conducted? Yes. So from tomorrow we start with Excel. We are going to learn Excel from basic to intermediate level. Okay, we will learn how to clean data tomorrow in Excel. Okay. Attendance sheet link was shared with you guys. Developing technical skills will be useful. Yes. So if you are a management student and you do not know how to operate Excel, there is of no use, right? You have to manage something. That means what? If you have a set of workers under you, you should be able to tell them do this, do that. You will be able to tell them do this, do that only if you know how good this person is, what person was doing, whether he is being productive in his later task. So that itself means what? You are tracking the data generated by this person. Can I use WPS Office instead of Excel? In this session, no, you cannot use that because we are going to learn Excel. If these tools used in supply chain, yes, these tools are used in supply chain. Yes, Excel is used everywhere. It's universal. In general, how to overcome from job market hard situation. So the best way is to know your work very well, show high competence. So even if you do not have a job, you can perhaps take up consultancies and other things. Okay, clear? I think there are more questions here. Ma'am, how developing technical skills? Yeah, I answered this. It's a product, we want to make changes. I'm not sure about this question. How developing technical skills will be useful to management student? As I told you, without competence, competence means what? Knowing your hard skill, learning a soft skill. So management basically uses both hard skill as well as a soft skill. That is the difference between a management student and let's say a technical person. A coder need not be good with people. Soft skill may be zero. Their hard skill, that is coding, has to be high. Okay. So every person in coding will become a manager. He becomes a management student. Clear? So there is no hard and fast rule that only if you become a graduate from a management degree, you are a management student. Not at all. Every place where you are interacting with people, you are managers. Can you talk about present job market? So guys, first is understand that what is your plus and minus. What is the work that you really like? What is the kind of opportunities which are available around you? And you basically try to fit yourself, mold yourself for that opportunity. So you have to basically look for dedicated level preparation for these roles. So I will suggest you to go to Naukri, look for the kind of titles you are looking, and then check the job description. Always look for the job description. It tells you that on a typical day, what you are going to do. Now see whether you are competent to do this job. If you are not competent, no harm. You are going to go back, learn. So you're going to learn the hard tools. You're going to learn the soft skills also. Okay, clear? BI is all about creating and applying. Next. Yeah, that it's everyone is creating and applying, right? Rahman is also creating tunes. He's applying his knowledge. Similarly, you are going to do using BI. So there is Next should ideally be that you are competent and you get a job, right? Beginner to intermediate level. We will learn to advanced Excel level, guys. Okay. How can we connect BI to MSMEs? So BI is related to data. Data is generated by all kind of companies. MSME means medium and small companies, right? So if you look at bulbs, tube lights, these are generated by MSMEs only. So that's a government policy. So if you get this data, maybe tomorrow you can open a shop and you might get these products at a lower cost and you might sell them at a higher profit. Okay. As a third year electrical engineering student, 30 hours will be useful. Yes. Knowing Excel, knowing how to derive analysis, insights, and talking about it is very, very useful, no matter it is agnostic to the degree that you're going to do. Okay. So jobs, guys, please concentrate on being good in what you are learning, become competent, jobs will follow. Okay. Okay, so Ashwini wants to. Okay, Ashwini, yeah, I'm opening. You want to say something?
Ma'am,
Yeah,
means
go.
I asked that question because nowadays, as the previous guests who have attended the meeting or you explained that nowadays AI is taking over every job and many people are not getting the jobs. So how can we think that we will be getting jobs in this present current world? Because now it is everywhere where we see the AI is being in the first position.
So, what you are doing, Ashwini? What kind of job you are looking at?
Ma'am, I am looking for kind of any HR plan, HR type.
So, has because of AI is there for the past 3 years, right? Has HR post totally dried away? Are there no
No, ma'am.
HRs in companies? Yeah.
Ma'am, means that I am saying that I don't know if I will become a HR or not, or I'll be a
So that is
subordinate.
irrelevant. First, you are learning to become an HR professional, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
HR jobs are still there. Are the
Yes,
posts
ma'am.
being, huh? So would the HR person not look at data of the employees?
He will be looking, ma'am.
Exactly. So what is redundant here? Nothing, no? You can also wield AI and you can become more competent than the other candidate who's applying for the same HR job, right? That should be your goal. Okay. Yeah,
Okay, ma'am.
Bhavana. Yeah, Bhavana, go ahead. I've unmuted you.
Ma'am, what will be the process for tomorrow joining? We will get a new mail from your side, or the same mail we have to
I think you
join
have to use
tomorrow?
the same link only.
Uh, Same 7 to 9?
7 to 9, same link. We will be having the session. Tomorrow we'll start with Excel. Okay.
Okay, thank you so much, ma'am.
Thank you. So guys, I think with this, we come to the end of day 1 session. I hope it was useful and insightful to all of you. Meet you guys tomorrow where we will learn about how to wield the power of Excel in business intelligence. Yeah. Thank you guys. Thank you. So I hope all
Yeah,
your queries were answered. See, meet you guys tomorrow. Yeah.
yeah, thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. We'll meet again by tomorrow. Thank you.
Thanks for all the likes, guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah, so dear students, I know like you have all a query related to tomorrow's session. Yes, as Narayani ma'am informed, tomorrow to the same link you have to join. The Zoom link will be the same, like YouTube link will be different. Okay, and also tomorrow we are going to give LMS KT for 10 minutes. Okay, so in that 10 minutes you will get to know how to access the link or recordings in the LMS. Okay, yeah. So I request please join a link by tomorrow or the same link by tomorrow at 7 p.m. Okay. Yeah. Thank you all. Thank you for joining. Good night, everyone. Thank you.